Welcome to the Meredith Taylor Show. Meredith is a former Division I SEC college golfer and is now the owner of McKellar Enterprises. Join the conversations with Meredith and other notable guests covering sports, leadership, personal growth, and so much more. Now, your host, Meredith Taylor.
Hey, everybody, and welcome to the show. I'm your host, Meredith Taylor. This is part 2, because yours truly hit the mute button on we did a whole podcast with the mute button on.
Technical difficulties.
Whew. Second one's going to be the best one. Okay, today's episode is a special one because I get to brag on one of my own students. And it's a perfect end of the year episode to celebrate a year full of so much growth, full of top 10s, and ending most recently with a huge playoff win on the South Carolina Junior Golf Association. And we want to celebrate, document the journey over this past year of working together. So yeah, we're going to talk about the shots. We're going to talk about the playoff, what it took to get that win. But I really want to highlight also who Nolan is kind of behind the scorecard, his work ethic, his attitude, the way he carries himself, his body language, how he controls his emotions, takes ownership, is super respectful and coachable, and is truly a good teammate. So whether you're a junior golfer or a parent or a coach listening in, I want you to take away a lot from his journey, not just in golf, but how he approaches challenges and growth and competition. So Nolan, thanks for being here today.
What's up? Thank you for having me on.
A second time.
Yep, second time. Yeah.
So, all right, let's take it back to where it all began. Tell us how you first got into golf. Was it friends, family, or something else that drew you to the game?
So we moved down to South Carolina from Wisconsin when I was about 6. Obviously, the golf season up there is pretty short. So we moved down here. I have to give my mom some credit because she kind of pushed me to get into golf. And we joined a country club, and that's when I started to take an interest in the game and really enjoy it. So yeah.
So when you think back to those early days before we ever started working together, what were some of your frustrations on the course?
Biggest one for sure was my lack of distance compared to other people, especially. I'm a pretty competitive person, so like seeing those other boys out there that were my age hitting it farther than me, that was frustrating for sure. And I knew like if I could, pick up some more distance and just improve my game like all around, that it would be a lot better. So
yeah, I noticed right away when we first connected, when we first started working together, I just remember how good your short game was. I don't know if you remember, our first time meeting each other was a 9-hole playing lesson.
Yeah.
And I would just joke with you. I'm like, if I had your putting, I'd still be on the mini tour,
Yeah.
But I knew from the jump there were some big opportunities for growth with you. I remember telling your mom there's a huge upside when we can get him in the gym, get him stronger, you know, get that long game, dial in nutrition and work on some mental toughness, competitiveness and course management, and that just inner dialogue would take you to the next level. So let's talk about the changes over the past year we've worked together.
Well, we've had changes both mental and physical for sure. My swing has improved greatly, but I think the biggest improvement was definitely the mental side. We've worked on course management, how I carry myself on the course, and just how I talk to myself as well, and controlling my emotions. If you said, you shouldn't be telling if you're shooting 5 over, 5 under. So yeah, that's been the biggest improvement for sure.
Yeah, I tell that to all my junior golfers if I'm watching you play, I should not be able to tell if you're 5 under or 5 over based on how poised you are. Your demeanor shouldn't change. And that's something that college coaches look for is how you handle adversity.
Yeah.
Do you remember any light bulb moments where something just clicked with when we started working together? Okay, I get this now.
Yeah. I think the first lesson, second lesson, first range session I had, you really showed me using my lower body and using the ground for power. And that was a light bulb moment for sure. I was just like, wow, this actually works, And so that was really fun. And it made golf like easier and more fun for sure.
Absolutely. And talk about a little bit about your practice and preparation for tournaments, how that's changed since we started working together.
Yeah, since then we've gone like through, before we go tournament, we go like hole by hole through it. We talk about a game plan, just strategy and stuff like that. And to like my preparation before, I just tell myself, today, like, we're going to club twirl after every shot. We're going to keep our eyes up on the tree line, walk with confidence. And so, yeah.
Yeah, you don't just hope to play well. You prepare to play well.
Yeah.
Always intentional and showing up with a great focus and body language. It really does matter.
Yeah.
So let's kind of transition into mental game a little bit more, because physical skill is one thing. I think in today's world, we're very obsessed with numbers.
Yeah.
I think almost to a fault. But to me, it's more of a mental game. And I know we've had countless conversations about mental toughness and confidence and handling pressure.
Yeah.
What was the biggest mental shift for you over the past year? Was it how you talked to yourself after a bad shot? Was it, responding to nerves? What do you think the biggest shift was?
I think it's talking to myself and responding to nerves for sure. I think when I'm out on the course, it's so crucial in golf to keep yourself up, like to keep encouraging yourself throughout a round, especially after you hit bad shots or you have a bad hole. And then I'm competitive. I want to play really well, and I tend to put some pressure on myself. So controlling those nerves, and I mean, I guess it's a good thing to be nervous sometimes, but it's like,
yes,
just how much it affects you. I feel like I've just told myself, like, it's just a game. I can only control so much, and I just have to go out there and stick to my game plan.
That's right. And, maybe you get a bad bounce. Maybe you're in a tough lie. How do you handle those situations?
Yeah.
And I've watched it in real time. I watched you do that in real time, where your body language stays the same.
Yeah.
You don't let the frustration take over. And that's what makes you such a good competitor. And that composure, it really makes a difference.
Yeah.
It keeps you in it.
Yeah.
And once those changes started clicking, we got to see it in competition. I mean, your top tens. And to me, this big win most recently, how did that feel compared to our, the events before we kind of worked together? Or did you notice a difference in the preparation plus the mindset and handling adversity?
I think it was all of those things. Biggest was probably preparation, before I just like show up, just practice and then go out in there and play. So, and then too, just how I carried myself out there, and I just didn't overthink things. I just played and had fun. And so, yeah, before that tournament, we just went through that game plan, like, the week before I had a lesson, and we just had a great game plan going in. It was just like, so it was probably the easiest round of golf I played, because, the
preparation was so good.
The preparation was, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. To me, the days leading up to some of your best rounds have been the mental prep, and we going through an actual, what I call a prep, which is how are we going to attack hole by hole?
Yeah.
What is the situation? What are the best, highest percentage chances that we make par? Mm-hmm. Maybe it's not hitting driver. Just because you can hit driver a long way, newsflash, doesn't mean you have to hit it.
Yeah.
In certain situations, maybe 3-wood's better. Maybe a 4-iron is better.
Yeah.
It's a short hole. Or maybe we don't want to take on extra risk and get ourselves in a situation where that's going to lead to a bogey. So I think that preparation leads to confidence, because you know how to attack the hole the proper way to give yourself the best chance for success.
Yeah, I think like too, like a lot of the courses we're going to play, it doesn't demand, like a lot of distance. It's pretty, some of these courses are pretty short, and it's like too, if you do hit your driver off the tee, it brings in a lot of unnecessary risk, compared to just playing it safe.
And so take us inside this recent win, because especially that playoff, I think what was going through your mind on those final holes, and you were focused during that playoff. Like, walk everybody through that that one hole, actually, the playoff?
Yeah, so the playoff, I got there a little before, chipped and putted a little bit, and I was telling myself, I already put together a great round today. It's in God's hands, If I win, that's great. If I, lose, it's still, I still have a round to be proud of. And so, yeah, the first tee shot, I just did what I had been doing all day. I just hit 3-wood off the tee, and I pulled it left into the woods. So, and then but I was telling myself on the way there, I'm still in it. I can punch out. I can still make par on this hole. Ended up punching out, hit a tree, came back in the fairway. But, it was just that same mental, just, like you want to tell yourself, like, there's that little nagging voice in your head sometimes. It's like, you're out of it, there's no way you're winning this. But I was just like, just get it on the green and give yourself a chance at par. The other guy, he ran into a little trouble. I ended up staring at a 4-footer for, I think it was bogey. And but I think before I worked with you and before we went through all that mental preparation, I would have been a lot more nervous, overthinking it, stuff like that. But I just stepped up to that putt and I was like, I knew my read and I just put it dead center. And it was like, so that was a really fun moment for me and really fulfilling too, to see that hard work pay off.
And you stayed calm throughout.
Yeah.
It's like you trusted your work.
Yeah.
You trusted your game plan. And even if you're not hitting it perfect,
yeah,
your mentality carried you through and you got your win.
Yeah.
And so to me, as your coach, I was super proud. But regardless if you won it or not, I think the way that you handled it shows the growth over the past year. The mentality that you took into it.
Yeah.
Those reps are going to continue. It's, as I was telling, I think we said this on the last podcast that didn't record.
Yeah.
But, when you have situation after situation, you just keep building that muscle, if you will, of experience.
Yeah.
And you keep putting yourself in these situations where you were top 10ing, and you were getting the reps. And it's not an overnight thing.
Yeah.
Right? Most people think, oh, just snap my fingers and I become a champion. It's not that way.
Yeah.
You have to get comfortable in tournament golf.
Yeah.
And put yourself in these competitive situations to learn how to get that mentality.
Yeah.
It's built over time. And then you get comfortable. And then you're standing over a 4-footer for the win and you're like, yeah, no factor.
Yeah.
I've been doing this for a year and a half.
Yeah.
And so I was super proud of you. You were just really locked in. But the way you carried yourself was, I think, win or not, I think you learned a lot through that whole situation of that playoff hole.
Yeah. When I look back on the day, it's like, that's the thing that stuck out to me the most, is just how easy it was that day. Because when you're mentally just focused and you're sticking to your game plan and you just have that mental preparation beforehand, golf is not only easier, it's a lot more fun.
That's right.
So that's, when I look back, that's what I think about the most.
So let's talk to junior golfers listening. They want to be a champion on the SCJGA and growing every year and honestly learning how to play the right way. It could be about practice or attitude or how they handle setbacks. What would be kind of your piece of advice?
I think it's just control your emotions. I just don't get angry. It's a waste of energy. And this is coming from someone who used to do it. I used to slam my club, slap my thigh, whatever.
You don't do that anymore.
So I think it's just staying level-headed. Yeah, and just don't let that anger, determine the rest of your round. And just, you can still turn around. I don't care, if you're on the first hole or last hole, you get a bad shot, just stay in it. And so, yeah.
Yeah. And I see that in you. You show up, you work hard, you're coachable, you're a great teammate. And to me, I've told this to a lot of junior golfers that want to play at the next level. If I'm a college coach and I'm looking at 2 players, one of which has a bad attitude, bad body language, can't control his emotions, bad teammate, just doesn't handle himself well on the golf course, versus you, which is you're coachable, you're respectful, you have a good attitude, you have good body language, your demeanor, you're poised, you control your emotions, and you handle adversity well.
Yeah.
I'm taking that kid 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
I don't care if you're the best player in the state. If you got a bad attitude and you got bad body language, you're not going to be a good teammate.
Yeah.
You're not going to be coachable. I'm not taking that kid.
Yeah.
He's not going to represent my university.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And so I think it's important to cover this because you're thinking about college golf and tournaments you want to qualify for. And I think the intangibles matter.
Yeah. I agree.
And it also, hey, newsflash, it leads to better golf.
Yeah.
All right. So you got your junior year of high school right around the corner.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of good golf ahead of you. What are some of the goals you have for your upcoming high school season?
I think it's a big one for me is just playing consistent. I think last season I put too much pressure on myself, and I think this year I have a much better game plan. And I think just not putting pressure on myself and just going into it, every tournament mentally prepared like I've done, and because I've seen the benefits of it. And so I'm really looking forward to this upcoming season and playing more golf and, trying to improve, keep improving. So.
Yep. And I know the next few years in your golf journey, you want to think about college golf and
Absolutely.
continue to grow. So
Yeah.
and even if you don't end up playing the sport professionally, I think golf is such a great game that benefits you for a lifetime.
Yeah.
Networking, business, relationships, but how you handle adversity and all these skills that you're learning directly transfer to whatever sector of business you go into.
Yeah.
And I mean, you're going to be successful, whatever you put your mind to. I can't wait to see where God takes you on the course and off of it.
Yeah.
And we're going to have to do like a follow-up podcast to recap all the lessons you pick up along the way.
For sure. Yeah. Yeah, but I think I know that for sure. Whatever career I end up going into, I want golf to be involved somehow, whether I'm playing it or, whether that's golf course management or becoming a golf teacher like Meredith, I think those are all things that I'd enjoy doing. So
awesome. Well, watching you win that SCJGA event was such a big milestone for you. And I know that was one of your big goals, was to get a big win.
For sure.
And so it was incredible to watch. I'm super proud of you.
Thank you.
But more proud of who you are as a person.
Thank you.
So just to recap for people, work ethic, attitude, body language, the way you control your emotions.
Yeah.
Taking ownership, staying coachable.
Yeah.
I want to just real quick. There's a lot of players that become very, very good and they lose their humility, which is why I love having someone like you on, because you stay coachable. And I think the greats, if you look at the greats, they stay humble and are constantly staying coachable.
Yeah.
They crave good coaching.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's what stands out to me the most. And trophies are great, but character is what lasts.
I agree. Yeah.
I think God's got big plans for you. I can't wait to see where he leads you in the years ahead. Golf and beyond.
Me too.
So to everybody listening, I appreciate you tuning in, celebrating Nolan's journey with us. If you enjoyed this episode, share it with a junior golfer or a parent who needs a little inspiration. Nolan, thanks again for joining me.
For one last thing, anybody listening, if you're looking for a golf coach, please go to Meredith. I travel 40 minutes like every week to go see her. She's like totally worth it. So she's the best.
I appreciate it. Honored to be your coach and cheering for you every step of the way.
Thank you. I appreciate it. It was fun.
Enjoyed it. All right, everybody, we'll see you next time on the next episode. This has been the Meredith Taylor Show. And as always, God bless and go Gamecocks. Are you tired of practicing golf without seeing results? Imagine having a coach in your pocket every single week, guiding you step by step. My name is Meredith Taylor. I'm a former Division I SEC golfer and now teaching professional. I've created the Inner Circle, which is a private community where golfers just like you get a brand new golf tip every week, an ever-growing drill library so you always know what to practice, a monthly live Q&A where I answer your questions directly. I've helped thousands of golfers lower their scores, and now I'm bringing that same coaching directly to you, no matter where you are in the world. You'll finally have a clear plan, accountability, and support. So right now, you can join as a founding member for just $29 a month and lock in that price for as long as you stay inside this group. Click the link in the show notes, join today, and I'll see you inside the Inner Circle.